Okay, chat, there goes nothing. That means the laptop is live streaming to Twitch, to YouTube. We're playing Bone Splinters 2.0. So today with the Pass of Trag'Oul, we got the Lilith Wall, we got the Crown of Lucian. We're going to be trying to do a lot of things, and we're looking for new aspects, because that's our main problem right now. That we're lacking aspects. I don't know how you're feeling, but I'm still, right? You can barely clear tier 3. Well, if you can clear tier 3, that is where I would be gear farming, because tier 3 is 925 gear, obviously, all around. I mean, if you're level 100, tier 2 is also 925 gear, but the greater affix items you're getting is so good. Yes, J-Rex, my username is ponying up everywhere. I mean, right now I have, as you can see, greater affix item, greater affix item, greater affix item, greater affix item. All these items are greater affixes simply because I have been doing the Infernal Hordes, right? Are you on vacation? I wouldn't call it vacation. I'm at the Blizzard HQ, or I'm going to the Blizzard HQ today. Gonna be breakfasting before. But yeah, we're in the hotel, and I promised you hotel streams. I promised you hotel YouTube videos. Like we can't be just not doing this kind of stuff, right? Chabby and Pro, good to see you there. Howdy. I hope YouTube is working too. Yeah, YouTube seems to be working too. Perfect. Look at this. Chat, can you believe this? It's 2024. A laptop can multi-stream to 2 sources at the same time, Diablo 4, while still maintaining good-looking graphics, I'd say. I mean, Diablo's like, this is the lowest quality Diablo can go in 1080p. And it's looking surprisingly well. So you have tier 4 with a wave cap 5 and tier 5 with a wave cap set. Like, so the waves are currently broken. There's a hotfix coming for this. Sometimes you have tier 3s that like tier 4s that have less waves than tier 5 and the other way around. So it has something to do with if you found the compass or if you upgraded the compass. There's a problem there, right? What does your mobilytics have? Unique gear in this is a leveling build. This is not a leveling build. This build can be used for leveling, but it is not a leveling build per se. The problem if you play this as a leveling build is very simple. You're gonna run into this issue where you have to play Bone Spear. I mean, I wouldn't call it like a real actual issue, so but you'll have to play Bone Spear because you simply can't level with Bone Spirit. In order to efficiently use Bone Spirit, you need to have it on cooldown on 0, and if your cooldown is not 0, well then how are you gonna use that Bone Spear spam? That being said, you can use this with Bone Spear together, and then essentially use the Bone Spirit to regain mana. Because due to the nature of the Bone Spirit, of how the explosion works, if you then actually explode it close to anyone, you just regain a bunch of mana. You mean about the leveling builds? Well, the leveling builds, they always have 2 stages in case you missed it. So the leveling builds are mobilytics. If you ever find any of my builds in the description here of this video generally, they have like 1 to 100 or 1 to 150 part, and then 50 to 100 usually. Master. You might have missed that there's a tab where you can essentially change to. Little tab above the gear section usually, and there you can choose the version you're looking for. Okay. So our goal right now is to masterwork our gear a bit up further, that we're actually getting more ranks into Bone Splinters and such, and to get a new pants, because right now I have a pants that has 2 ranks in basic skills, but I obviously want 3 ranks in Bone Splinters because we need to get this to 20 plus, and I would like to have. Okay, let's try to get inside of him. Oh godness. He's like annoying to get inside to, because he does these pools of nothingness, right? So I have to walk like inside of him, but he prevents me from casting when I'm standing inside of him. The pain of some bosses, right? Okay. Dude. Let's get some items. I should probably also go back to the girl, because I should have a bunch of Upgrades. Okay, we have this now. Level 21, so maximum crit damage. That's perfect. The others are not so much worth it that I'm playing because none of them gives me like insane bonuses, right? This is like the best bonus I can get. The other ones are like just okay to get upgraded now. That's the most important. The 1 to 50 has uniques, and if the 1 to 50 has uniques, it's actually very simple. During leveling, you need one aspect. So let's say it like this. 1 to 50 is a matter of 2 hours. If I put a unique into a leveling build, it's like if you find it, you use it. But like you can level from 1 to 50 without a single aspect. Okay? Like 1 to 50 is possible without using an aspect on any class. Just to give you a feeling for that. Thias, thank you for the 7 months of subscription, 7 years of subscription, with the 84 months of support. Appreciate it. Uniques can drop sub 100. Now, uniques can not only drop sub 100, you will get uniques. You have no choice. I mean, you're doing the month that you're doing the quest here. So the lady, and she will drop you. I think here's already unique coming out. So yeah, you'll get uniques no matter what if you want it or not. Like you are going to get showered, right? Okay, I need a pair of pants. That's two. Like, is this how this works now? You're just making fun of me? Is this how this works now? You're just laughing? Okay, let's see how the laptop holds up with a tier, not a tier 3. We're gonna do a tier 5. See how the laptop holds up with a tier 5, if there's any issues or if this is gonna go good. I mean, right now I haven't noticed any stutters, I haven't noticed any inconsistencies. Everything seems to be working quite fine. It's going very good, nerd. I'm enjoying my trip to America. I met some Blizzard people yesterday. I met some other creators. And today's the first day at the Blizzard HQ. So for reference, we currently have it 5 a.m. in the morning. I haven't breakfasted yet. So I just woke up and decided, hey, why not a stream, right? Why not a stream? And from 9 on, I'm actually at the Blizzard HQ. Today is day number 1. I am not sure what we're doing, what we're testing. I'm not allowed to tell you anything as well, so that's like very important. I am not even allowed to give like slightest hints or anything, not like haha wink wink, you know, maybe we're doing this and that. Now I'm like under a very strict NDA, and I was told that there's very severe legal consequences if we're not like, you know, sticking to this. And obviously, like, as someone who plays a lot of Diablo, you would, like, rather not piss off Blizzard, right? Surefire way to not have a good standing in the industry. It's like, hey, you're invited to an NDA event. Let's piss off the company, which game you're actually playing quite a lot. Seems like a good plan? No, it sure as hell doesn't. Right? Sometimes gotta actually use your brain occasionally, even as a creator. You are hiding back there. Okay, so this is working without stutters. Could you imagine your account being banned? No, account would never get banned. They would have no standing ground to actually ban your account. It's just more like, you know, if you sign an NDA and you don't stick to that NDA, they can sue your booty to the ground. I mean, I don't know if you've ever signed an NDA. Like it's a regular thing as a creator because you often see things that are not there. There is like, yeah, I mean, it's expensive. They can literally ruin you if they wish to. Right? So you do not want to break NDAs. Especially considering that afterwards you're like there's one thing that often people don't know in this industry, but companies talk. So let's say you piss off Blizzard because you are very hard to work with. Let's say you're an entitled diva, chat, okay? Like, partnership managers talk with each other. So if you're known for being an entitled diva, like, companies won't work that likely with you because they know that a campaign will be very hard to execute. because they have to like listen to every whim. I mean, some people don't get invited to events, and you know why? You know why people never get invited to events? Because they're always like, oh, I need this and that hotel room, and I need someone to order my drivers for me. And you know, like, some creators are really arrogant, facts, and they're very hard to work with. And then literally, like, it's easier to just not deal with these creators than actually inviting them, right? Like, you're better off just like not. I mean, it's funny. So my management is also managing T-Pain, the gaming portion of T-Pain, right? And if you for example want T-Pain to come anywhere, okay? So if you want T-Pain to your gaming event, because people do that, right? You like, it's private jet, hotel room for him and his 20 homies. Yes. Among other demands. I mean, it's obviously T-Pain. It's a different caliber of creator, but it's just like, you know, but some people have this attitude without being like essentially T-Pain or someone of equivalent status, quotation mark. It's kind of funny, you know. So yeah, like this is where like I usually get invited to a lot of things because I'm a very simple person. I mean, like, you don't have to care for me. I care for myself, right? I organize all my own things, and I am very easygoing and nice to deal with. So that's why I actually get invited for a lot of things. Lucky, I'm happy you're enjoying the Once Human videos. I can't actually wait for the new phases to come. Bit sad that it's going to be only a PvP phase as it seems currently. Also, chat, I'm reading you, but I have one issue right now. So usually my chat is right above my monitor. So when I'm actually looking at the game, I just have to throw an eye up to actually look at you guys and be able to react to whatever you're saying, right? But since we're now in that hotel, I have a monitor with me. Yes, I have a 14-inch laptop and a 14-inch monitor with me. Portable. My whole backpack was just technology. They even pulled me out at the airport and they were like, okay, sir, what is all of this? And I'm like, I'm sorry. I'm a nerd. Leave me alone. I'm not doing anything illegal. It's just my equipment. It's like usually the microphone gets you pulled out at the airport because microphones have like a capsule in, and that shows like as a void space in like the metal detector thingies, and they get confused, right? Seeing you go through a tier 5 like it's nothing makes you jealous. Well, you have to consider, this is first and foremost a very good build. So, I mean, we have the Shard of Arathiel, we have the Laswal, we have Crown of Lucian, we do have Soulbound. We don't need Soulbound, though. And again, every item is greater affix, so that helps a lot. But generally speaking, we just have tons of damage reduction. I mean, look at this. This is 30% damage reduction and 17... This is 50% damage reduction. The Laswal naturally has a chance to block damage reduction. And then we have Bone Storm duration. The Bone Storm itself gives me another 20% damage reduction. Then I do believe I have more damage reduction from like one glyph as well. I might be playing Territorial, or I could play Territorial. So generally getting tons of damage reduction is rather simple for me. Can you make the Infernal Hordes thingy? So, first and foremost, you get Infernal Hordes compasses from the Helltide, from Nightmare Dungeons. Like, everything drops Infernal Compasses. If you're not dropping Infernal Compasses, then you forgot to do the Eyes of the Enemy quest. So there's a World Tier 3 quest. It's called Eyes of the Enemy. It's not the main quest, so it's not the one you get from the lady called Istil. That's like your first seasonal quest line. There's a second seasonal quest line. That's the one where you get sent to hell, and you actually have to finish this one. If you finish that one, you will get your first compass. They'll be like, here's your first compass, you can now go to hell. But like, as soon as you finish that one, you actually start dropping compasses in the world. And if you don't, you're not starting to drop compasses in the world. So that's where the people actually are struggling this season, because they kind of like forget to actually do that quest line, and then it's like, oh yeah, you know, like if you don't do the actual quest for this, then you're screwed. I think the quest line should have been more obvious. Like I'll put this on Blizzard's shoulders, and I'll give them feedback on this today, because I feel like the quest line is there, right? We know it exists. but it was kind of like not like on your nose. Like you actually like do this now, right? Or you're friggy screwed. I am not getting good things here. Where are you? I'm in my hotel room. In America, California. I think it's California, right? In Irvine, next to the Blizzard HQ. I will jump in my Uber in a bit, and then in 5 minutes actually be there. So it's like right next door. But I will breakfast first, and I'm still like American prices shocketh me, right? I could get a good breakfast for like 10 euros in Germany. If you're looking like at hotel breakfast prices, it's like 30 bucks for a hotel breakfast. I mean, luckily I have a voucher. Hee hee. It's the good thing about being invited to things. Oops, I accidentally died. It's the good thing about being invited to things. You get food for free. I'm a simple man. Like, I gotta take my joy where I can. I get food for free. Right? So I will enjoy that part of the journey. And you won't stop me. I'm a simple man, but giving me food. Like, you could just pay me in food, right? It's like, hey, do you want to come to America to test some things for Diablo 4 that you're not allowed to talk about? But we can only pay you in food. And it's like, yeah, it's fine. We can do that. Just invite me every evening into a restaurant. We're cool, right? Blair, good to see you there. Howdy. Our food prices have gone up an insane amount the last few years. Is criminal. I mean, in Germany, it has gone up as well. So I'm not going to pretend Germany is like above and beyond. Like you're expensive too. But yeah, it's like in America, I always have to like I'm always scared of like, oh no, now you get a tip. Like, how much are you gonna tip? America confuses me. I'm sorry. I'm like your tipping culture is not for Europeans. Like American tipping culture stresses Europeans out because we literally have no clue what to do. Like, it's like, but the service was abysmal, and now they want money from me. Why would I give you money? Then they mad if you don't give them money. And you're like, but this doesn't make sense. I should probably activate my cooldowns. My cooldowns are hidden behind a cable here right now. Sorry for the deathy there, Chad. Did not mean to. So European, that absolutely confuses me. Because I only give tips for actual good service. Not for service. Right? Okay, that like I mean, come on, laptop gameplay here, chat. 7 waves, 200 ether. I think we're good. We're cooking. Have you published a Blood Surge build? Yes, a 1 to 100 Blood Surge build. I haven't published a super endgame Blood Surge build because I simply don't have the gear yet. Did you try a Bone Spear build? We still have many builds to try. My next build on the list is a Blood Lance build. Okay, so that's what you're gonna see next for me. But you simply haven't seen it yet because I'm missing an aspect. I already told Blizzard about this because this is a big issue. I don't know if you've had this issue too, guys, but you're literally unable to get certain aspects currently. I mean, I do the Infernal Hordes, okay? I've done 50 levels of the Infernal Hordes. I should have every single aspect. I simply should. There's no world where after 50 levels of Infernal Hordes you don't have every aspect, but you don't. And the main reason for this is that, like, the Infernal Hordes seems to only drop a certain number of affixes. Like, let's say the Infernal Hordes drop 10 different affixes and 10 different aspects, and that's it. It's a bit weird, and it doesn't make any sense. Like, right? I get tons of stuff, right? You get 20 to 30 different items from this, and yet I can't get what I'm looking for. How's that a thing? When you're getting to the darkness builds, honestly, I don't think I'm going to make many darkness builds. We have a minion darkness build, but darkness builds are just the least interesting things this season. As much as we like darkness, but darkness got nerfed. I will definitely, when I get back, like I'm 6 days now in America, so from like today until the 17th. So 17th is the last day I'm here. So we get like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday I'm flying back. So we're gonna have five days from the hotel room, and we'll try to make these streams as much fun as possible as we can from a hotel room. And we'll try to not get overwhelmed. Okay, what do I want to do? Shard. So this one is worse than what I have. I still need a 200% damage multiplier shard. That's needed. And I need a new pair of pants with bone splinters. That's Rakanoth Awake in the worst way possible. This is damage. That's resistance. They're all terrible. Wow. See, and now you would think that, like, if you get this many items every single time, right, that would get a lot of aspect upgrades, but I'm not. Oh, this is what we need. Oh, Chad, woo! Okay, this is what we're looking for. We need Bloodlands. Yeah, see, the reason we don't have Bloodlands yet, okay, is this. Because I was missing this aspect in a high roll. I need this aspect as a max roll or I can't play Bloodlands. Should we use Shaker in the Bone Splinter build? I don't know if Crown of Lucian is actually better. What I am looking to actually use is called... The Ring of Starless Skies is probably what I'm looking to use. Yeah. Ring of Starless... Okay, we're also checking if Shattered is finally upgraded. 440. Yeah, this is already, like, this is the upgraded one I have already on. Because you notice, I'm missing 90% damage multiplicative, right? I'm missing 90 multiplicative damage. By the way, if you're gambling right now, unless it's fixed, one-handed mazes, always legendary.
I cannot afford that.
Don't forget to do this. Right now, if you're looking to actually build up offensive aspects, this is the easiest way to get offensive aspects right now. Okay?
Need something for it?
It's a bit of a scam. I don't mind. I need my aspects. So if Blizzard is trying to keep these away from me, I'll be having to, you know, find ways. Oh, that's a world boss coming in 15 minutes. Well, we could just go nuke her to... Yeah, you know what? Let's just go nuke her quickly. Very relaxed. Thank you for your YouTube guides for Once Human. Well, Anthony, I'm so happy. There's so many people that have actually been enjoying the Once Human guides, and I'm really glad that it's working out, because I have to say, as a creator, it's always good to have a game you can come back to. Okay, so I have Diablo, right? So no matter what game is releasing, there's Space Marine 2, for example, coming. I want to play Space Marine 2. There is Once Human, right? There is every 3 months new Diablo content, but I simply don't just want to do Diablo, right? We covered Elden Ring as well. So I want to be able to have games to return to. And right now I have an absolute luxury, because currently we have Diablo as a game that I like playing, correct? But on top of that, we have Once Human. So that means I have 2 games with periodically updating content that I could always return back to whenever there's an interesting patch, right? And that's actually pretty florking good. Space Marine 2, can't wait for Space Marine 2. Yeah, the interesting part is that Space Marine 2 even has some multiplier going on. So I will want to beat Space Marine 2 because the game is just brilliant, right? I don't know. So if you don't know what Space Marine 2 is, guys, it's essentially a hack and slash game like Doom, but instead of the Doom guy, you're playing a Space Marine. And they put a lot of customization into this one to make the Space Marine really yours. So you're gonna fight hordes of Tyranids. These are the aliens, the non-orc aliens, the alien aliens. And you're gonna be like really literally like masses. So when you think there's 100, there's gonna be 1,000, and you're like ultramarining your way through there. But you're really like, there's a lot of customization this time and everything, and it's looking pretty good. And then there's a multiplier too, where you essentially play 3v3, I think, in modes like this with different roles too, and different abilities and weapons and all that kind of stuff. So they're really delivering a wholesale good experience. Yeah, it's good to have that revolving door with new games. Yes, a lot of creators fall into this mistake, so that they only do one content. I mean, it's on the one hand, it's cool if you have a community that supports you so much they watch every shit you put out. I mean, like, you might notice this, right, when Diablo's getting slow, and then Diablo creators are putting out, like, the weirdest guides in the world, and not only the weirdest guides in the world, they're, like, random opinion pieces, random react videos, and you're like, sir, what are you even doing right now for content like this, you know? so you know, it's like the content that's being made because there's nothing to make, right? And that's like a real bane as a one game creator when you're in that stage. And that's when it's kind of nice that you can like be, oh, you know what? Game XYZ is having a very, very good patch. We should go and check it out. Depending on the build, Bone Spirit can hit for many billions. Bone Spirit can hit for many billions. The problem with Bone Spirit for hitting for many billions is that you need very, extremely specialized equipment for it that is hard to get. I mean, you don't only need maximum essence. You also need the proper cooldown reduction and the proper crit chance and everything. So actual Bone Spirit super banger gear is not easy to get by. I mean, I have gotten that gear in Season 4, and like, it's something, especially if you want it really good and not just okay. Then you're gonna be scrambling for that. And that's why I like the Bone Spirit quick spam build, because technically, yes, you need specialized equipment too, but the uniques, you know where they drop, right? You literally know where to get the uniques, so that's easy to get. And then after you get the uniques, you just need crit chance and crit damage, right? There's no need for like any kind of maximum essence. Like, you need just simply less specialized pieces to make this work. But I do believe that the other Bone Spirit build should have more damage ceiling. That's for sure, right? You should be able to do more damage in total with that. Still though, despite being able to maybe do more damage in total, this one might simply be better because everyone can achieve it relatively simple, right? Like, it always comes down to if there's a very good build, right? A very good build out there. But the only way to reach the good build is by putting in so much farm that it's just not realistic to be reached. You have a 4 GA helmet for Spear. Close. Thank you for offering that. Really appreciate it. In my chest... I get 6 ranks to Bone Spear. Cool, huh? So yeah, I have the perfect Bone Spear helmet. I could just go play Bone Spear. Do you know if uniques drop from the hordes? Tons. These uniques, this is from the hordes. This is from the hordes. I get that from the hordes too, and I get that from, like, the hordes can even drop mythic items, left, right, and center. Everything can drop from the hordes. The hordes are your main source of uniques. I mean, you should, like, if you play 1 hour of the hordes and you're not getting a unique, then like, what are you doing? Are you even trying? Right? I once again ask if you are even trying. You master what your unique growths and you get +6 in Blood Surge. Yeah, if you got +6 ranks base, what was it like if you have +6 ranks base? You can go up to +10 ranks. I mean, it's 5% for every tier, and then the 25% hits. I think you can go up to +10 ranks on that item. I don't have it right now. Okay, that's Skeletal Mages with Blizzard. Don't need that. And my goal was right now to start attempting also more tier 6 in front of hordes, but technically tier 6 in front of hordes are also simple waste of your time. Oh, my resistances were lagging. I remember. I remember my resistances were slightly lagging behind. That's why we couldn't do a tier 6 yet. So it's like tier 6 is technically easy, right? But the problem with tier 6 is that there's the one Ether Fiend that does overburdening elemental damage, right? What's the drop rate for Mythic on Hordes? The same drop rate as everywhere. So from level 35 on, Mythics can drop everywhere. This is like something that a lot of people forget, but like as soon as you're fighting level 35 monsters, every monster has a low chance to drop a Mythic. Right? That's just it. Now, obviously, will that happen? Will you get a Mythic from the Hordes? No. Probably not. I mean, if you want Mythics, just spam Tormented Bosses. But the thing is, the Infernal Hordes, they will give you Stygian Stones too. Like, you don't even have to go into the pit for Stygian Stones, chat. I mean, right now, Diablo is in a very intriguing state because you do have the pit and you do have Infernal Hordes. And if you do actually like farming the pit, which I can understand because the pit is relatively no-brainer, straightforward, and a bit faster than the Infernal Hordes, you can farm them for materials. But if you don't actually like the pit, because the pit is also a lot of walking, right? So I, for example, I don't like the pit because I have to walk around, and I'm a necromancer, I'm slow, right? Like, I'm a fucking necro. Look at me, chat. I'm slow. I'm undead, right? My bones, my legs are withered away bones. So I suck, right? And that's the thing. Why would I? What tier drops the next masterworking material? Tier 7 drops Neath Iron. So tier 5, tier 6 drops Ingolith, and from tier 7 on you're getting Neath Iron. So technically I want to do tier 7. But before I do tier 7, I want to like at least get my last aspect upgraded. So right now I'm just simply missing that aspect in higher. But I'm also getting the Ingolith to actually make my gear 8 out of 12 upgrades already. So technically I don't have to go for the next tier yet, as I am still upgrading here on this tier. It's like again, I could if I wanted, but I kind of don't need to technically go further. Like there's just no necessity essentially. I need to get a bit of. Oh, that was a 7 million hit from a bone splinter. One bone splinter just hit for 7 million. Huh. And we're like not maxed out. That's so it's like so interesting to me because the build is already good, right? The build is doing fine. And we're like shredding, right? But we're literally not even. Let's say we're 50% there. So this is like 50% of the potential power of the build, right? And that's why I like kind of didn't want to go for a new build yet, because I wanted to see how far can we push this, right? How far can I push this further to like get the most out of it. I mean, technically I would have to find like new boots or masterwork my boots up further, because my boots are also giving me skill ranks currently in bone skills. Yes, Chad. We're playing the Path of Trag'Oul boots, and usually like we wouldn't play this in here because we're like, why would we play the Path of Trag'Oul? But then we decided, you know what? The Path of Trag'Oul actually gives us ranks to bone skills, right? Why wouldn't I play it? Even if I don't like really need the splinters that are coming out, right? It's more bone splinters too. Like here, I could just do these, right? And he's just getting killed by a bunch of bone splinters coming out of the Path of Trag'Oul. But we need to upgrade this further. Look at that. It has +4 to bone skills already. What? Yes! It has +4 to bone skills already. I just upgrade these boots and I'm gonna get +5 to bone skills. Mordo, good to see you there. Are you playing in your basement? I'm playing in your mom's basement. Yeah, that's where I am right now. I made her waffles this morning. I might also be in a hotel in America, but I like the first story more. Also, she said clean up your room. Come on now. Don't be like that. You brought this up on yourself. Ether Lords! Ether Lords down. See, what a wonderful build. Like, I do like the billions of damage Bone Spirit, but you know what the billions of damage Bone Spirit problem is? That the gameplay ain't super clunky, but you essentially are playing a build where you're constantly just running around and you're just working on setting up the perfect moment, right? You're consuming some corpses, you put your bone prison down, and you're just waiting for that moment to essentially then go right? And the cool part about this build is I'm just literally running around. I'm just jamming my right click to put out as many. Oh shit, this is so bad. To put out as many explosions as possible. By the way, this wave 5 now has 6 again only. The other dude I used had 7, right? Make it make sense. Oh wow, that's a lot of etheric masses. Great, my thingy just vanished. Oh, that's one etheric mass next to the next etheric mass, giving me like two of these Ether Lords back to back. That's actually interesting. And then there's an Ether Fiend coming out, plus the next etheric mass, so we get the next Lord already. This one, we get right below him. Chow, we get right below him. Look at his HP. It's like it's so interesting to find the perfect place to stand versus a boss, right? When you actually manage to get right below them, how much more damage you're dealing. But it's also sad how few ether you're getting when you're not having blood fiends, huh? I mean, they made this interesting boost and bane system, right? Boost and bane system. But the problem is, for some reason, we ended up... like, you get Bloodborne or you're screwed, right? So like, all the boons and banes in existence. All these Soul Spire boons and banes, right? But hey, if you're not getting Bloodborne, like, you know, don't even bother. Just leave your thing and join the next one. Right? Might as well make no sense to play this one. Oh, did just another Ether Lord spawn right below that Ether Lord? I think it did, right? Sir, I'm sorry. Yeah, there was another etheric mass. That's great. We love to see it, Chan. Bam, he's dead. He has this posture too. So there's some bosses that have this weird posture where they're leaning forward, right? And just more of your, oh wow, that's another etheric mass. More of your splinters are just hitting them. Like it's really weird when it comes down to like the bosses and how they're like standing. And that's the funny part. So the Infernal Horde bosses, they always take maximum damage from this. Blood Surge goes crazy for farming hordes. Yes, but you need a considerable amount of investment to get Blood Surge to that point. I've actually seen many different Blood Surge builds, and I have seen someone with 100,000 HP. Chan, a Blood Surge build with 100,000 HP. That's actually crazy if you think about it. But again, like I have Blood Surge build too, and my Blood Surge build was doing okay. But I have to find so much more gear to get it to the point where it just feels insane, right? So NECRO is a little bit at this stage where you have to do, like, to really feel good, you have to do a lot. Like I have to say my rogue, I did minimal. So my rogue is like Aerostorm, Barrage, and it was feeling great, right? The druid kind of same, the barbarian as always, right? So like the amount of investment to just feel like your build is powerful is so low for the other classes, not every other class, but generally, than like for NECRO right now. Like you literally have to go out of your way, bend yourself on a pretzel, right? To get like even 50% of the felt power. So what is emerging for the S tier build in Season 5? Oh, it's definitely, so S tier is 100% going to be Bone Spirit, so the actual Bone Spirit billions of damage. This one is surely S tier too, simply because of the ease of use and the actual defense. Because right now, Necromancer's in a bad problem. Okay? You need Limitless Wall. What does count as a core skill in this build? So this Bone Spirit is a core skill that gets spammed away, and then it explodes into Shattered Spirit Bone Splinters, and you're essentially, your main damage is Bone Splinters. So my Bone Spirit doesn't do any damage in this build. I have 16 ranks in Bone Splinters. Because, so how? 2 ranks from the sword, okay? 3 ranks from the Limitless Wall. 4 ranks from the boots. Currently only 2 ranks from my pants, and it could be up to 4 ranks as well here. So we are missing actually 2, right? And technically, there is a way how you could get more with the Pain Gorger gauntlets. So there is the Pain Gorgers. We tried them out. They didn't feel good enough. But the Pain Gorger gauntlets gives you another up to 4 ranks into the basic skill. Ta-da. Oh wow, 12% critical strike chance. Nice. That is intelligence and overpower damage. And maximum life. Why not? I'll just keep it. Okay, pans. I'm looking for Bone Splinter pans. I mean, I could probably buy them in the trade. But trade prices are going crazy currently, right? So that was, by the way, again, no upgrade to any aspect, right? We were hoping to actually get an aspect upgraded. We didn't. Oh, these are all horrible, horrible things. Bone Spirit was a core skill. Well, so they changed this in Season 4, that a lot of the mastery skills for every class. So this is not a Necro thing, okay? Keep this in mind. This is not a Necro only thing. This is a international heavyweight war thing. So in general speaking, like a lot of the skills, like these are obviously core skills, right? These are not core skills if you hover over them, but these mastery skills. So that's like core, this Corpse Macabre in my case occurs, and then this is like these mastery skills for everyone. So this is actually a core skill. This is not a core skill, but for Blizzard Sork, for example, I think it's a core skill too right now, Blizzard, correct? So yeah, a lot of the things have now officially become core skills last season. Otherwise, it felt like really bad to get bonus ranks in core skills. I mean, how are you going to get more ranks into Blizzard, for example, even though you're not looking for more ranks into Blizzard, right? But how are you going to get more ranks into certain skills when they're just like so off specialized? If they made you to upgrade glyphs and hordes, I would never touch a Nightmare Dungeon again. I am not sure if that should be a thing. So what I would just wish to is, like, I would like to have a natural way to upgrade my glyphs. What do I mean with a natural way? I want to play the game, like, so for example, what if finishing Whispers gives you like a little bit of glyph XP to every glyph? What if, I don't know, what if you could do something in Helltide? Like, what if there was a special event in Helltide that gave glyph XP, for example? Like just one special event in the Helltide, right? And that one would also net you glyph XP. So I would like something like this. So if I could just play the game, right, and not be forced into certain activities. I mean, and obviously, like, if you want to have pit materials, you got to do the Infernal Horde, sure. But again, like when it comes down to glyph XP, because glyph XP is such a basic thing, right? So like you need to have your glyphs upgraded, and that's why I feel like it would be nice to have a natural progression for it that doesn't feel so forced. Because right now you have the cool, fun season mechanics, so I want to actually only play the Infernal Hordes. I want to just play Infernal Hordes until my arms fall off, right? Because I just enjoy them, like simple as cake, right? And trying to figure out builds that survive them as well. So I think it's a combination of, I enjoy the Infernal Hordes actually. But I also want to like find builds that do well in them, right? For people to have fun, because that's what you want end of the day, right? You want end of the day everyone to just enjoy themselves and effortlessly go through it. Like with this Bone Spirit build, right? Everyone can play this Bone Spirit build. It's like really simple. The gameplay loop is quite easy. So everyone can like kind of play this, and that's where I enjoy like the Infernal Hordes right now. Because teaching someone how to beat a tier 100 dungeon is not really like, I mean, just have a build done, right? But the Infernal Hordes, they have like a certain knack to it. It was the same with like diving deeper into the pit, even though diving deeper into the pit becomes an arms race, right? So diving deeper into the Infernal Horde just needs you to have a good build. Like you can beat a tier 8 with a good build without too crazy equipment. You still need good equipment, upgraded equipment, right? But you don't have to have 4 Uber Uniques or something. But let's be real, if I then want to later dive deep into the pit, right? Like I need a certain level of Uber Unique, I need a certain, like I need double greater affix items, and then these double greater affix items need the perfect masterworks, or I might not even bother at all. And then, right, I can actually dive deeper there. And that's where I think the Infernal Hordes is just way more fun, right? Because like it's a minimal time investment still for the maximum outcome, and that's a realistic thing. Do you want to know something interesting, Chad? I'm in the Diablo content creator Discord, right? Because I'm a Diablo partner, and there is a discussion cropping up right now about mythical uniques to be too easy to acquire and them not feeling special anymore. Because right now you can get mythic uniques relatively easy by spamming tormented bosses, right? And some of these creators have like 20 mythical uniques already. The problem is that despite that being a thing, and despite mythical uniques being relatively easy to pick up, it's still not going to happen for the normal player, right? So yes, mythical uniques are easier to get than ever, because simply about how much they drop, but like again, this is why I wanted to become a Diablo partner. A lot of these partners just like they don't know what the normal player goes through. I'm gonna be honest with you. That because they're like, okay, so I have spent now since the start of the season, right, like 100 hours playing the game, and I found it easy to get my mythical uniques. And you're like, yeah, sir, but that's that's not the real experience still. This is your experience. That is not what the normal person does, right? What happened to your audio? Well, first and foremost, my audio is fucking fire. Second and most important, I'm in a hotel room. I'm in a hotel room on a laptop with a microphone, with a second monitor for the laptop. And I'd say for these circumstances, I sound better than 90% of Twitch. Yeah, so I have beaten at least 50 tormented bosses right now. 50, at least 50. And I have not gotten a single mythical uniques. I mean, again, only because some creators have beaten 200 tormented bosses already. That doesn't mean that it's easy to get mythical uniques right now. But this is why I'm in the Discord. Like every single time something like this crops up, I'm like, guys, please try for a single second to think like a normal person and not like a content creator. Because this is sadly what happens a lot in these content creator programs, that you have a bunch of creators and they're giving feedback. And I have to say our Diablo creators are great. So our Diablo creators are fantastic people. They do often think like a casual, but sometimes they just forget. Right? I like Rob, he's a good guy, but whenever he gives you a leveling strategy where you only need 12 people to do leveling really fast, right? that you're like, yeah, cool. Let me just contact my 11 friends that are playing Diablo at exactly the time I'm playing Diablo, because they all don't have jobs, right? Like, they don't have families, they don't have lives, so let me just quickly contact them so we can all do this level strategy where we when we play together, right? It was like, yeah, sure, this is the fastest way to level. Realistically, it's just not doable. It's like, yeah, this is the best way. You're correct. Like, this is, but no one's gonna do that, right? It's sometimes just like interesting. I mean, I play Diablo solo too. Like for me, Diablo's a solo game. It's often more hassle than it's worth to actually get other people involved. That being said, I love to do my tormented bosses with the community. So I don't like to leech tormented bosses from the community, right? If I have the materials, I love to invite people because we're simply just getting more loot, right? So that's a no-brainer in my eyes, I guess. The only reason I would do a tormented boss solo is because I need it for content reasons, right? If I need to see if my build like does tear tormented bosses into 2 pieces, then yeah, I'll do it alone. Oh, I have killed all the spires already. Mommy, where are you? Land on me, Sarid. Land on my face. Boom! Again, 50% of the power possible with this build. Let me just say this again, chat. This is the 50% of the possible power. Oh, that reminds me, by the way, I need to look into my glyphs because I can actually get more elemental resistance if I would level up. Where are they? No, wait. This one was control. That's. But I could just get more elemental resistance by investing 3 more points, I guess. Right? I was just like thinking, where did I put... Oh, I reworked this board. Wait a second. I still have the shitty board. Huh. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm like playing with the bad board because I reworked this for the mobalytics guide. Well, hold on, Chan. Hold on. Let me get my MOBA. Whoa. Give me a second here. Like I made this better already. Why am I playing with a shitty Paragon board? Yeah, I did make you better. I lifted you up to the next level. Okay, so because I didn't like the position where the glyphs were in. So this is also a reason I do like me if it was possible to save Paragon boards, okay? It would be great if that was possible. But on the other hand, I have gained so much from redoing these Paragon boards because every now and then you're like, if I would do this and that, the board would actually be tremendously improved, right? And often you just don't see this when you're doing your Paragon boards one time and then you would never redo them. But if you do actually often get to the point of redoing them, you kind of like, you just see improvements left, right, and center, right? For example, here right now, we're actually putting the Amplify glyph. Why is Amplify landing in here? Since it will give us, and that's actually kind of funny. So this is like the bone damage is actually doubled due to the Amplify glyph, right? And then I can still activate this very easy. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And which one am I missing right now? Oh, I went in from the bottom here. There, that one was missing. So like you go in from the bottom and you get 40 out of 40 activated. Simple. So that's really good. So now I get like a huge amount of elemental resistance bonus, right? That I would otherwise not get. Then we need to go into the right side first. That would blood baguettes. That is no, I need to go into the left side first. Then we get the bloodbath board. Because the bloodbath board is just the best dexterity board to quickly activate something. But not only that, it also gives you a lot of max life bonus, just like this. So here we can now put in the essence glyph if we then though feel so. And I can put more points in if I want to or not more points. I'll actually see. Then we get the Scent of Death. And for the Scent of Death, you can go over the right side, which would be maximum life, or over the left side, which is a lot crit damage. So this is kind of like if you feel like you're lacking resistance. If you feel like you're lacking resistance or if you're missing life, right? You would just go over that side. Then we get the control glyph. Wait a second, where did I have to put one more point? Ah, here, like this. Yeah. just a momentary confusion. So we get that one too. Dum 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 dum. Then we go out to the right, and that would be into the Flesh Eater board. And again, if we're now getting not the resistance, so Flesh Eater was just go in here, get the dex, right? And then we can activate the Gravekeeper. And that just works so good to make this one go crazy. But if I would now like to invest 3 more points, right? I could go also with my elemental resistance crazy. Then we would enter the Blood Baguettes board. And chat, I don't see you right now. I'm sorry. I'll be pulling you up in a second. This is probably the worst thing because look at this shit. I mean, I have no other words than to say, look at this shit. Because it is such an annoying board to activate. It is so not worth it, but I have nothing else I can feasibly pull through here. We get to pull the corporal glyph out as well to get as much intelligence as possible. Then we actually have to get the more blood orb healing because it's just the better one to do, and then it's activated. But holy hell, does it look like an absolute stupid stinker there. And then last but not least, we're going into the Cult Leader. Which looks so weird, right? Why would you go into the Cult Leader board like that? Well, it's actually pretty simple because that is Dex. Then Dex, and we can put Exploit Glyph in there. Right? And in order to get it activated, it's just like that. Done. And now I have 4 points left, and I can actually go to check if this actually did improve my resistance as I wanted to. So my resistance is now almost full, but if I now would invest these 3 points that I have in suddenly we would have resistance full beyond belief, and I could even weasel out another life. But not only have we resistance full beyond belief, I think we're shot past it. So we should be sitting at 9.6, 9.6, 9.6, 9.6, and that is interesting because now I can yoink this point not out. Good. That we talked about that. I can't yoink that point out because we're having too much here. Man, like, I could get more willpower there, I guess. Because we get too much anyways. Easy. So, now we got improved. Like, we do more damage, essentially. We have more resources. We have 1 blind burrows. But I wanted to do a compass, I think. Let's do 1 tier 5 compass. Okay, now I'm getting you back, chat. Sorry. After improving this, I got you. I can see you're in a hotel. Howdy. Yes, I am. What am I doing in the US, Sorkin? Testing things for Blizzard. So I'm officially here. I'm gonna meet the Adam Fletcher, the community manager, tomorrow. We got to meet Bloodshed already yesterday. There's some other Blizzard people. I'm here with amazing people. So there's a lot of like medium-sized creators here, and a lot of people that do theory. So, like, we don't have many, how do I put this now? We don't have many famous creators here because they're now busy playing this season, right? We have a lot of people that actually do care about this theory of the game, about the numbers and everything in the background a lot, and that like to test things. So people that literally live at the target dummy. And we have a lot of people that are considered experts for one class, right? Because they probably want to have feedback on I don't know what. So I mean, we have like 2 people who are very knowledgeable about necromancer. Then I know like we have some sword people, and we have the rogue guy here. I mean, we have the dude who's the god of Andariel's rogue here. So I guess he's probably a very good input for improving rogue as well. If they're then looking for that kind of feedback, right? So yeah, it seems like they wanted to have like guests that intimately know all the game mechanics, right? And that understand these things to give proper feedback on it. But again, I don't actually know what we're gonna test, and I can't tell you. I can just tell you who they're invited, and you can like connect the dots and maybe like make up your own mind. I just cannot confirm or deny anything. Okay, how do you get 100% crit? First and foremost, you subscribe with Twitch Prime to Ponyhuff. Very important. Step number 1. Okay, step number 1. Don't forget step number 1. Subscribe. And like the stream. Thank you, YouTube. Second, my gloves right now, lucky greater affix crit chance. That's good. Okay. Then my ring crit chance. So this is like, let's ignore the greater affix here right now. Okay, so we have 7% here. We have 6.3% here. So that's 13% already. Then we have amulet greater affix crit chance. Ha ha ha. You notice, right? Alone this is now 7, 13, 26%. Then with this, we're sitting at 40%, right? That's 40%. Then you're getting another critical strike chance boost by the Skeletal Warriors. And this is actually a total of 18%. So if you sacrifice your Skeletal Mages, and if you sacrifice your Skeletal Warriors, that's get boosted. And if you then have it on your sacrifice bonuses here, it gets higher. And usually it also shows here, and I'm not sure why it's not showing. Like, right, it should show here, and might have to re-aspect the ring. But we're essentially getting 18% on top. So that's 58% already, right? Then you have your dexterity value. So your dexterity value is giving you another 11.5% as well. So we're at 58% plus 11.5%. That's almost 70%. Bone Storm will give us another 20, so that's 90%. And then if you're actually going for the skill here, Bone Spirit has another 10% crit. That's 100%, right? And if you actually don't play the Littlest Wall in an offhand, there's another source of crit. So, is Soulbound a must? No, Soulbound is absolutely not a must. You can also play a chest with Heart and Bones on it. Why am I running Soulbound? Because I just simply like it. Soulbound is a cool item that gives you, factually, 50% damage reduction. Because you get another 30% damage reduction when you have Barrier, and you get another 17% damage reduction when you're healthy. Now comes the problem though. What happens if an enemy breaks your Barrier and does damage to you? So let's assume you're getting so much damage with one hit that your barrier is broken and you're not healthy anymore. That means you would suddenly lose 50% damage reduction, right? So as good as it is, if you run into a poison effect, for example, and poison is an actual prime candidate for that. Poison overscales, right? And poison can kill you extremely fast. So if you are unlucky and you're not paying enough attention, you might get into a certain scenario where suddenly all your life goes away and all your damage reduction goes away because it's conditional, right? Your damage reduction is bound to your barrier. It's bound to your life. And unless you have it, you don't have it, right? So technically Heart and Bones is better because Heart and Bones is the straight up 20, is it 30% or 25% at this point? I haven't put it on in a while. So yeah, Heart and Bones is a flat damage reduction for you and your minions. And here comes an interesting part. It says damage reduction for you and your minions too, right? Which actually is a double dipping. Because minions are getting your damage reduction anyways, but if it then says you and your minions, then minions should technically get twice the damage reduction, right? But that's not the point. The interesting point is that damage reduction from Heart and Bones would also work for your Bone Prison. You know, if you want your Bone Prison to exist as long as possible and block as much damage as possible, that's what it actually would work for as well. Well, not a single Hellborn has spawned yet? Hello? Is this even on, chat? What is this? Yeah? There should at least be 20 Hellborn per like, Robbery. This is also only a 5-wave event again. Stupid Herald. Okay, Hellborn, Hellborn. Yes, woo, Hellborn. I once had it like that always 6 Hellborn spawn, chat. So I managed. I don't know what your highest number has been, but I managed so far six Hellborns. That was so cool. Because like you have like these, like this would spawn then 6, right? And then when you kill them, because they give you so much ether event XP, the Hellborns, that essentially killing these 6 Hellborn would essentially spawn another 6 Hellborn straight away. Because like, right, the amount of like bonus ether event progress they just shovel into your throat is just not from this world anymore. That was probably the most fun I've had. I think there was like a 600 ether push, right? It was cool. By the way, we'll try to read all your message always between waves, so we can actually focus on the waves, and then we can read your messages, whatever we missed. Sorry if I do miss your subs today. I don't have alerts. I don't have alert sounds. It's all a bit of a Yankee setup. I'm actually gonna post a picture on Twitter so you can see the setup, because I have a Bluetooth keyboard, a laptop, a 14-inch display, a camera, a mouse, and a microphone on travel. I'm playing this build right now, no Bone Prison yet. The reason we're using Bone Prison is because you have this aspect. It's called the Shattered Spirit aspect, and it makes Bone Prison explode twice. Bone Spirit explode twice, and Prison Spirit. And what does it mean if Bone Spirit explodes twice? Well, that's twice the amount of Splinters, huh? Right? Ether Fiends. I'm scared if I take this one, Ether Fiends get doubled, that like we're not gonna see many Hellborns here right now. Right? It's always the problem when you actually choose the one that it's gonna be heavily weighted in that direction. But I guess I shouldn't have been scared. We're getting more. Okay, come all together. Thank you very much. Damage is bad? No, damage is actually extraordinarily great, sir. You seem to be not knowing what good damage looks like. Also, I've seen a lot of people compare NECRO to other classes this season again. Yes, NECRO is once again on the weaker end. I don't know how is Druid looking right now, Chad? Has anyone watched Druid Creators? I haven't seen them complain yet. The Druid Creators have every right to complain, by the way. But yes, NECRO is from a, like, I mean, yes, the Bone Spirit build is super strong, but in general, NECRO is from a power level standpoint relatively low this season again. Power level to E standpoint. I mean, if I think about my Barbarian in season 4, right? How simple it was to get OP. How absolutely stupid simple it was. And I'm actually we're gonna make a Barb too. I think Sork is relatively simply OP or strong. Like with minimal investment, Sork gets strong too. I mean, you can make a Frozen Orb build, and then you would have to get Fractured Winterglass. That's true. So Sork's standard problem, gotta get the Winterglass. If you're not getting the Winterglass, you're gonna be missing out on significant damage boost. So that's true. Sork, if you're playing Frozen Orb, then. I heard the actual conduit is not as good as it should be. So I think people were a bit underwhelmed with that one. Rogue is in a very good state. Rogue is in a very stupid state, actually. Like, it's in a very good state and bad state at the same time. You know why? Because Rogue is super easy to make powerful, but you're hitting a wall if you're then not getting Endarials at some point, right? So Endarial's Rogue is undoubtedly one of the strongest currently, and that puts every content into super ultra easy mode, even tier 8s and so on. But unless you're getting Endarials, you're kind of like, eh. Right? So yeah, how's Druid doing? Druid is Druid, yeah. So currently playing a Landslide Shapeshifter build and it feels very good. Well, I guess Landslide Shapeshifter is also absolutely suited for this content, right? I mean, you always think like, well, what's your build also made for, right? Like Landslide Shapeshifter seems like this is made for like horde-based, wave-based content. Like especially also this Dolmen Boulder build where you essentially just have like everything around you hovering, right, and doing like tons of area damage left, right, and center. Seems like it's uniquely suited to be dominating there. I like how the Fell Council was presented as this very challenging fight that always feels different, right? And you're just like, get shit on, stupid nerds. See, and despite getting this many items, I am still missing aspects, guys. Someone explain this to me. How I can still miss aspects when this is the amount of items we're getting per run. Explain. How's California? Warm. Warm. I'm not built for heat. I like it very comfortably cold, right? Could Blizzard not be in Sweden so I could just travel to Sweden? Or in Irvine? Yes, we're in Irvine. I mean, funny story though is Germany right now is hotter. I just had a call with my wife and she's like, it's 35 degrees in Germany and humid. I don't know, like if you have ever been to Germany, you know that 35 degrees is very bad because humidity kills everyone. It's like humidity in Germany is annoying as F. Big dislikes. We're looking for pans with Skeletal Mage Mastery. No, I'm actually not looking for these pans, but thank you. I mean, sadly, I do actually have to take these pans. I mean, sadly, but I have to take them and the gloves too, just in case. I need to throw some uniques out here. Yeah, I got too many uniques. I'm gonna need to destroy them. We still didn't get our pans upgrades that we're looking for. That's sad vibes.
What will it be?
Okay, not a single aspect upgrade. So none of these items will upgrade one aspect. Sadness. I can't get Blood Moon pans. I have everything for this build but the sword. You don't need Blood Moon pans here? So the sword you get easiest from doing the Infernal Hordes. We already got one today. So Infernal Hordes is the really, like, it should drop there at 0.x. Okay, so wait, this is a +4. If I upgrade this to...
Unexpected.
Oh ho ho! Oh ho ho! Don't mind if I do. Will you join a Once Human PvP server next season? I might, Bunny, as I need to make content, so why not? That's an upgrade. I'm not gonna lie. By the way, don't worry why we have 17,000 armor. I cannot change it because right now my armor is giving me armor and total armor. This is giving me armor, so I have alone 6,000 bonus armor from these two plus 12.6%, right? Any lag playing on the EU servers? Nah, the game feels good. Like I have no issues at all. Okay, which is the next item that I would upgrade for power? And I need a different amulet, that's for sure. But like, why do I need a different amulet? Because my amulet is right now shit. I mean, this has the critical strike chance, yes. But I don't actually need that, right? I don't need that critical strike chance. Because my temper is bad. I need a certain temper on the amulet that is more ranks to macabre skills. And yeah, I don't have that currently. So this is damage, max life, and movement speed. I mean, maybe that would be better. That's critical strike chance and elemental resistance. I mean, I don't need the elemental resistance. That's a killer ring, by the way, for a different build. That was total armor. We all with 27. Yeah, I kept this because it has 27% movement speed. Like why? Why do you have 27% movement speed, right? I just don't have like any good amulets to really do much with, right? This is critical strike chance and max resource. I'm very picky, as you see, to get something new. We have like one with attack speed here. Where's the one with like this at movement speed and attack speed? I could re-roll the max life to something different probably. So why is this amulet bad? Because we need a certain temper that gives us a macabre skill cooldown. That gives us essence per cast, right? That's needed. Is this build to do tier 8 effectively? Yes, Christopher, but not in the version, like not in my equipment status. So what do I need to do tier 8 efficiently? So I need a pants with, instead of basic skills, it should have bone splinters, okay? That is something I want. Then I need the different tempering here. So right now this has golem active cooldown reduction, and I need macabre skills giving you essence on cast. That's needed. Then I do need this aspect to be maxed out, because right now you see this is my main damage. So this is casting Bone Spirit launches 18 splinters, and every splinter does 660% more damage, right? But what you need is not 666% more damage. You want 750%, right? I mean, like, look at this. We're doing almost 10 million per bone splinter sometimes, and we're missing a 90% multiplier here, and we're missing a 50% multiplier. That's right now what we're missing. Okay, that's the possible damage that is like lacking currently. But I sadly haven't found a better Shard of Irathiel yet. This is a 171. But what does a 171 use me when like it's only one basic skill rank, right? So this is currently what we're looking to improve up in, essentially. But for this, I truly want to get like a good amulet. So I would say let's do another Infernal Horde. I mean, if you want to, we could do a tier 6 because I fixed my resources. So we should be able to actually knock out a tier 6. I'm going to drink my potion so I'm a bit more healthy. So I like health. I'm a necro. You decided to go Barbarian. Oh, don't worry. We will go Barbarian too. So you will definitely see me play Barbarian as well at point X. But I don't want to do a level stream from here. So as soon as I'm home, like I'm going to be home on the 18th, then there's a party at my house because Christina's mom has birthday. And then after the 18th, we'll definitely do like the first order of business at home is going to be another level stream. And I'm not sure if it's going to be Barb, Druid, or Sork. I do want to do Barb because I have a very cool build. So everyone is playing like the standard Whirlwind Madness again, right? But I want to do my Rend Flay Barb again. My Rend Flay Earthquake Barb. So we had an Earthquake jumping Barb that's like really fun because it's like jumping around and earthquaking everything, right? But I wanted to try that one out with the new Ring of the Ravenous because they buffed the Ring of the Ravenous for Barbarian, and I wanted to try that one out to see if that is going to work the way I want it to. Oh, you know what? I forget the whole time to curse things. I've literally not used my curse a single time. Ignore that cursing things gives us 10% more damage multiplier, right? Actually, no. Ignore that cursing targets gives a 24% damage multiplier. I have not used my curses. I have not used my curse a single time today. Oops. Yeah. Oops. it's mildly awkward, I guess. Right? When you're just missing out like on portions of your damage because you are, let me check, an idiot. You are in fact stupid. And not just a little bit. Quite a substantial amount of stupid. I know there's an aspect that now helps you with the cursing, but the sad part is how. I mean, like, so Blizzard released an interesting cursing aspect, but you would put it on your boots. Now, the problem is that they also made every boot so good that you just simply have to play them. I mean, Flicker Stab is currently insane levels of boost, right? Then you gave us the pass of Trag'Oul, so we do, like, if you play Bone Prison, you want to play the pass of Trag'Oul. So that means that one is also, again, not that cursing aspect. So you end up like not having the choice to actually play the cursing aspect because there's nothing good. Oh wow, these are just shit. I mean, I'm not gonna go for Soulspire's Ground plus 2 Ether, but I mean, going for the Exalted Horde stack without having a good stack is just bad. Because right now we're stacking the hordes, right? And I mentioned this in my video. What is it helpful to stack the hordes and to get more events if the events that you're getting are just shit, right? If the events you're getting are just like, geez, these random Nobo 1 Ether events, like what for? If I'm getting more Soul Spires instead of like, I mean, if I now had the Bloodborne, right, and we get more Bloodborne, sure, then sign me up. I never knew what this guy actually is. Like, he's always there, right? But does he just summon more minions? Should we leave him alive? Has anyone figured out what the big guy is in the middle? Should we just leave him alive so he summons more? So we get more Ether events? Never. I mean, you can buff Soul Spires to go insane, but that's the thing. Like in order for Soul Spires to get insane, you really are relying on getting super lucky on all the Soul Spire upgrades. Because if you only get one Soul Spire upgrade, you might get a bunch of shitty ones. And in comparison, if you get one single time Bloodborne, that's already insane in itself, right? Well, oops. So getting Bloodborne is inherently good. I mean, these, oh my lord, these are horrible. Look at this. There's not a single good one. Wow. I mean, that was disappointing. So that's a couple of waves in without, like, that's 4th wave and not a single bonus Ether. Well, just disappointing. Why even bother doing a 6er under these circumstances, huh? That's Floor King Sam. Am I regretting now not taking the Ether one? No, I'm not. I'm not regretting not taking the Soulspire one because the Soulspire one is still shit. And you know it's shit. I have to discuss about that. Soulspire, come on, we can do it. Spawn more minions. Done. I mean, it's good that our defense is so solid, but it's again a problem because if I was not playing the Lilitless Wall, I would not have enough defense. Okay, so Spires give 2 times Ether. Really? Really? A 3rd Masters. I'm screw you. I know you're now making fun of me for mocking you. This is what you get for making fun of Soulspires, guys. This is what you get. The game just starts officially hating on you. What have I done to you, game? I thought we're friends. And you do this to me? I mean, at least the etheric masses are spawning below me like there's no tomorrow. Oh, I'm frozen. That's not good. No one likes to be frozen. I'm frozen again. I'm frozen again. It's like when there's one of these vampires, right? And he just tends to freeze things. It's like the most annoying thing. Like he just sits on Narnia, right, all the way out, and just freezes you over and over again. Like it's this guy here. It's this guy. I'm just killed him because he's annoying, and he just keeps freezing you. And you're just like, sir, that is not okay. We don't like this behavior over here. You thought you had me, but you don't. But again, without Littlest Wall, just dead. Okay, Ether Lords now spawn, but Etheric Masses give me more. It's actually better because we have everything Etheric Mass related. That means every Etheric Mass is now giving me like 3 in total. Sure, the Ether Lords would have been nice, but I guess I'm currently investing too much time killing them due to me missing my aspect. So I'd rather just farm more Etheric Masses. Give me my... Thank you. So right there, I was missing 20% crit chance to like have my Bone Spirit 100% crit. That's the thing, right? Often you're in need of that little bit bonus crit chance so you can get it off more regularly. Well, that's a normal one. We don't like you, sir. Dark Mask going down. Is that another Etheric Mass? Thank you. I mean, at least we're finally picking up some, but look at that. Just 100 ether. I mean, it's wave 6 out of 8, and we have 100 ether. Oh, that was a lag. I hope it scared you as much as it did me. Oh, we could get one of these, but that's not gonna go good. We do Ether Lords now. Right? What's the difference between your current build and the one you posted yesterday? This one is using the Passive Trag'Oul. Because the Passive Trag'Oul does in fact provide another level of bonus damage and defense, because it allows for a lower cooldown on the Bone Prison, so that my Bone Prison is truly always available. But it also gives ranks to bone skills. And these ranks to bone skills are obviously straight up pushing your Bone Splinters to higher damage. I mean, right now the Path of Trag'Oul, as I got them as greater affix items, right? They give me +5 ranks to bone skills. I mean, +5 ranks is not a little bit, right? +5 ranks is a huge damage multiplier. Considering that all our damage is from Bone Splinters, every single Bone Splinter rank matters so many, like matters triple, quadruple, twice. Like you need those ranks, right? So the Path of Trag'Oul are insane. And the interesting part is, so like Bone Splinters is our main damage, okay? Right? Bone Splinters is our main damage. And now with this, we're making more Bone Splinters, right? Because that's the thing. Oh no, my keyboard is running out of battery soon. That's an issue. My keyboard is a wireless keyboard. It's running currently over battery. And why do we need a wireless keyboard? Because I ran out of connections on my computer. Yeah, so I don't have enough USB connections to connect everything. Are we just spamming the butcher down? We are. Stupid burning butcher. Okay, whoever is stunning me here on top, stop it. I wanted him dead. There's another etheric mass. It's just like getting all these etheric masses. Okay, this one will actually leave there because he's very, very stupid. We don't like him. No, my third mass despawn. Sad face. Wait, he stays? I thought he goes away after the wave is over. I'm very pleased here. Wait, I need to go under him. Did you notice how much higher the damage is if you're actually in him? Right? I am right now, I essentially managed to get in him. And that's actually needed, right? So yeah, here, right? In him again. Burr, 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 burr. But if you're not getting in him, then you're just having way less damage than you should. Yeah, this was the saddest Infernal Horde I've ever done. So what happens if my keyboard runs now out of battery in a second? Then I'm screwed, huh? This is the tier 6 bosses. And we're essentially like, look at my essence. So the essence is the indicator if you're standing right. If your essence fills fully up, then you're standing correct. Because then you're doing the most damage possible. Now, in order to get just another layer out of it, you would essentially take your blood mist to go below them. So I do this, take your blood mist, and like really try to get inside of them. Because if you're really getting inside it, like he just jumped inside of me, then you're just getting even more essence back and even more bone splinter damage. Because you obviously want every bone splinter to hit, right? Every bone splinter should be connecting. More connecting bone splinters, more fun. And he's essentially being hit by every of these 36 bone splinters coming out. And then he's being also hit by all the bone splinters coming from the Pass of Trag'Oul. Now again, the Pass of Trag'Oul, it's not crazy bonus damage, but you're just getting free DPS, right? So why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you take free DPS if you could? Oh, and yeah, my bone spirit explodes twice, right? That anyways on top. It's cute that you're trying to kill me, but you can't kill me because I get too much barrier. You cannot kill me. You cannot kill me. What is he gonna do? Is Bloodlines good this season? Yes, we have an absolute insane Bloodlines build for you. And it's actually going to be super incredible simply because of all the bonus ultimate skill damage you can get. I can give you a little sneak peek on the Bloodlands build. It is all about, again, getting the Blood Wave cooldown as low as possible. Because imagine, like, what do you think, guys? How cool would it be? So that's a tier 6 now. It's still Ingolith, yeah. See, that's a Sticky and Stone, though. Ladies and gentlemen, Sticky and Stone. Everyone, raise your arms. Right? I just got a Sticky and Stone. But, like, consider this now. So, this is 22, chat. This is 22 Ingolith. That's useless. Because you know how much Ingolith you get from a tier 5? 20. Why would you ever do a tier 6? Like, listen. Why would you do a tier 6? I get 20 from a tier 5 and a tier 5 goes faster. Why bother? Correct? Why bother? So the perfect one to farm is tier 7 right now. Because that gives me Neath Iron. That's currently my goal also to get to that tier 7 so we can actually farm them. Wow, that's cool boots. I could actually sell them for some money. Intelligent essence per second. This is, for example, a chest piece you would need for the Bone Spirit build. It needs to have essence per second and needs to have Macabre skills. If you're not having that, you might as well just take yourself out because it's useless what you got. Yeah, I know. Sounds crazy, but it is what it is. I'm actually going to mark these two. That's Enduring Faith. Enduring Faith is kind of weird. The rest is all shit items. Sadly, again, no increase in, like, see, this is now my Bone Storm gets stronger. But no increase in aspects I'm looking for. Like, we have played now for 2 hours, okay? And my goal in these 2 hours was it to get aspect upgrades. And we still don't have a single one. Flork. Good. What are we looking for in a Bloodlands build? So someone was asking for Bloodlands. Let me quickly type in blood here. So We get Bloodlands. So you want, obviously for Bloodlands, you want to have the Mutilator plate. Because the Mutilator plate gives you Bloodlands duration. Bloodlands duration means that the lance is longer than the target and does more damage, which is also another 4 ranks in Bloodlands. Then up to 40% damage multiplier. That's nice. And maximum life 16%. So that's already 4 ranks in Bloodlands, okay? Then you have gloves with 4 ranks in Bloodlands. That's another 8 ranks in Bloodlands bonus. And even if you masterwork this only up to +6, it's already going to be 5 on both. So plus 10 ranks to Bloodlands. Just like that. And what you're also looking for is the Flicker Step. Why the Flicker Step? Because the Flicker Step does something really cool. It does now 300% ultimate skill damage. And if you do actually have a Masterwork Flicker Step, it does 570% ultimate skill. What? Yes, I can get this ultimate skill damage up to 600% plus. Now, if we're looking at the Blood Wave in Basic, so the Blood Wave in Basic nowadays does 106,000 damage because they actually boosted the damage of it, right? Which is kind of cool. And it's a triple cast with the tidal aspect. If you're now putting all the points into your blood skills, so this would be like another 18% blood skill damage. This would be another 30% overpower damage. Like generally, right? You have the Blood Begets board because you're going to be picking up blood orbs. So that's another 50% damage multiplier that's constantly active for overpower. Plus all the multipliers as well. That means you're going to end up with blood lances that are doing up to 50 million overpowers per blood lance. That's ballpark, right? 50 million overpowers per bloodlines. We had it at 25 to 30 million in season 4, and now the build is even better, so 50 million maybe even more. But on top of doing all of this, you have a 0 cooldown blood wave that now does a 500,000 damage base roughly. Which is not a lot, but 500,000 damage base with the chance to overpower with 1,000% critical strike damage. Yeah. Makes sense? So would Tyraels be a bad choice? No. So thank you for bringing this up. I really need my mythics. So I want to show you the true power of this build because I can't show you the true power of this build because imagine now on top of everything what we're doing, chat. Okay, so we're spamming away our spirits, right? We make 1,000 spirits per second, and now you would play Tyraels Might, and Tyraels Might gives you this explosion of damage every single time you use a skill, right? So on top of getting the critical strike damage explosion with Bone Splinters and the Bone Splinters going out, you would then have Tyraels Might as you're going close to the opponent to go. And Tyraels Might works only if you have full health. Well, we have full health the whole time because of Bone Storm and Lidless Wall. That would be nice. And technically, we could also play the Ring of Starless Skies. Technically. I'm going to re-enchant this and hope that the bonus shows up again. Because it was kind of like, it wasn't showing properly in here, right? Even in battle zones. It's kind of weird. So yeah, we're definitely going to make Bloodlands work. We already tried, but so there's one thing you need for Bloodlands, and that is fast blood. If you don't have fast blood, don't even try. This is the aspect that gives you a cooldown reduction per blood orb. You want this at least at 2 seconds. Why 2 seconds? Because if you cast Blood Wave triple cast will make 9 orbs, and Blood Wave currently has a cooldown around 50 seconds. That means with 9 orbs, you get instantly an 18-second cooldown reduction at least out of your Blood Wave. Now, you got to consider that you're going to make bonus Blood Orbs too. So you have a chance to make bonus Blood Orbs with your Bloodlands by nature. So whenever Bloodlands overpowers, it spawns a Blood Orb. So if you're picking up 9 orbs give you... also spawn bonus blood lances. Every blood lance has a chance to make bonus blood orbs. So 9 orbs are more realistic around 15 orbs. Okay? And if 9 orbs are 15 orbs, that is 15 times 2. That's a 30-second cooldown reduction on the blood wave. And they buffed the lucky hit chance of blood lance. Look at this. It's 54%. What the fuck? You know what 54% finally means? The Bloodlines Lucky Hit chance used to be 20. It used to be around 20%. So you had a 2% chance to reduce your cooldown with Decrepify. I mean, now it's still only a 10% chance to reduce your cooldown with Decrepify, but it actually does happen, right? So now with the new upgraded things, realistically, you're getting the Blood Wave, you cast the Blood Wave, you spam away your Blood Lances, and as soon as the Blood Wave is over, you have another Blood Wave. And then you have another Blood Wave. And then you have another Blood Wave. I played this till I crafted my Endarials, and then I deleted my Necro to play Rogue. That's an absolute valid thing to do. If you use your curse, well, so in this case, you have to use your curse because you're stupid if you don't. Necro is a bit different because you got the Blood Moon Breaches, right? Blood Moon is this item here that gives you 120 damage multiplier if the enemy is cursed. And look at this, I have a greater affix one. I mean, look at this shitting item right now. What is that? We get 145% overpower damage to enemies affected by my curse, right? 145%, and we get 127 overpower on top. Don't mind if I do. My problem will be not having tempers with this build, because right now we're playing unique pans, so we're going to play the Blood Moon Breaches, we're going to play the Flicker Stab, you're going to play the Mutilator Plate that we talked about, right? So that's already 3 uniques, like Bob, Bob, Bob. Then technically you want to have the Harlequin Crest, or you could even play the Crown of Lucian, sadly not in the version right now. So your only non... your only item would then be the gloves. I don't know how I'm supposed to armor out on this. I'm not sure how we're supposed to get the armor. Because we have problems. So we might literally be forced to actually play a normal helmet because we're not getting that. Right? Once you have all the items, how do you get strong enough to climb the stronger pits? Well, first and foremost, you have to understand that not every build is meant to climb the pits as deep as possible. The thing is, if you have all the items, how do you get deeper? With greater affixes? I mean, you think getting a Crown of Lucian is good. No, it's not. No, it's not. You have to get a Crown of Lucian with a greater affix, max life, and cooldown reduction. You think the Path of Trag'Oul is good? No, it's not. If your Path of Trag'Oul doesn't have a greater affix bone skills, it's shit. You think a Litless Wall is good? If your Litless Wall doesn't have a greater affix bone storm duration, just put it in the trash. I mean, the item has a 40% longer bone storm duration. Okay? A 40% one. Well, let's put out the calculator. So where's my that's Outlook. I didn't want Outlook. I wanted a calculator. There you go, not a calendar. So you got 40% times, where's my times? 40% times 1.25. So we're sitting at 50%. Well, I could have done that in my head probably, but yeah. 10% longer duration, and you can then master work it further out. So a greater affix is 1.5%, not 1.25, right? Oops, 1.5 even. So it's even longer. You can have your bone storm duration go essentially from normal 10 seconds up to almost 15 seconds, just like that. Yeah, and that's the thing. In order to get deeper in the pit, you just can't have normal items, right? You can't just be like, oh, cool, I have the Shard of Arathiel. No, you need the Shard of Arathiel with a greater affix basic skills. You need the Mutilator Plate with a greater affix maximum life. That's how you later get deeper in the pit, and that's why getting deeper in the pit is boring. I'm sorry, how do you feel about this? Yes, it is nice to beat deeper pits, but the way to get there is just boring. Finding a build on a class to beat a tier 8 Infernal Horde, I'm essentially done with that class, right? So I'm going to level up my class. I'm going to make 3 builds. Each build beats a tier 8 of the Horde. I'm done. Next class. So if the build beats Uber Lilith, a Tormented Boss, and tier 8, it's perfect. Then I go to the next class. Uber Lilith, Tormented Boss, tier 8. Next class, Uber Lilith, Tormented Boss. So that's my goal for this season. Builds need to be able to do this. And then we're good. So what do we change over the base version right now, chat? So we're currently playing the Path of Trag'Oul, as I said, because it just gives us bone skills. And every rank in bone skills actually matters quite a lot. So we're currently sitting at a 23% bonus damage multiplier. And that's a bit the problem with Bone Spirits, because like, look at me if I put the ranks out right now. So Bone Spirit does not have the best multiplier. Still though, as every spirit, like as Bone Splinters is our main damage, you just gotta get as many out as possible. And the interesting point is, the more ranks and bone skills you have, the lower your Bone Prison cooldown, right? I mean, my Bone Prison cooldown is at 9 seconds. The next rank would reduce it by another 0.20 seconds, right? So my Bone Prison is literally always up. I could actually join these 2 points out right now, as I notice, because my armor is so high that it really doesn't matter. And I have another 2 wiggle points that I could slam in wherever I want. Technically, it would probably be a Necrotic Carapace, because you just need more Fortify in this case. You could, again, go for Ossified Essence. But the thing about Ossified Essence is it doesn't do anything, right? Your bone skills deal increased damage for each point above 50 essence above up and cast. Well, we don't have any point of essence above 50 up and cast, right? There's like, since we're depleting our essence wholesale with the Bone Spirit, we don't really have anything going on. But end of the day, everything counts, right? If you hit all your splinters correctly, all your splinters are 36 splinters, each giving you 6 essence back. So you kind of go full again, right? At least against the Infernal Hordes to do more damage. So that's the thing. And I guess we're gonna wrap it up here now, chat. I'll be back tomorrow, so around 24 hours from here, or maybe tonight. So there might be an evening stream happening. Wolfbane, thank you for the 7 months of support. We got Metoxel also. Wait, let me make this a bit bigger. Maloxy, we got Donnie. There's Pony Ranch. Thias with the 84. Everyone. I'm now getting breakfast. Then it's off to the Blizzard HQ. I'll make sure to put out a Diablo YouTube video as well. I mean, I'm not here for fun, right? I'm here for work, but I'm going to be essentially now gone for the next 9 hours at the Diablo HQ. And maybe I can tell you at least a little bit during the live stream or not. So thank you very much for coming, watching, lurking, chatting, hopefully enjoying. Maybe I could give you some more insight into the Bone Splinter build. We'll be back for more. Oh, and before I leave, there is one final thing. You could technically think about playing the Blood Artisan's Cuirass, because technically this gives you even more Bone Spirits and even more Bone Splinters. It's just not good, that's the problem. But you could technically do this.